I presume you already know that negotiation is a process or a formal discussion where two people or two parties trying to reach an agreement of their own interest, which would bring them benefits and certain advantages. As any kind of processes, the negotiation process has also certain stages or certain way of development, and certainly from one case to another there will be some differences and some variety. But what is really certain and what is really quite obvious and clear, that there certainly has to be time for welcoming, for building relationship and so on. I know that this is quite a vast topic, and it is quite an extent, really quite a huge area for the discussion, and I don't really want to get distracted from our main target, but I would really want to draw our attention to this bit, because welcoming, relationship building is a really important part. This kind of small talk, when you try to make the person who is coming to you, especially if you are the one who is hosting this kind of meeting or the negotiation process, I think it is very important for us to feel, to make these people feel welcome, at ease, and to express hospitality. I think it is quite an important, and it is very difficult to underestimate such an importance, such important thing, because if there is some unnecessary tension, it may really bring some kind of fear or even suspicion into the hearts of our interlocutors, and I think it may really lead not to the results which we want to. So, welcoming people, building relationship, having a small discussion really is an important thing, and just a few phrases to think about. I've put it here on the whiteboard. I would like to welcome you to this meeting, or it's my pleasure to welcome you here. And how was your flight, if your interlocutor, or if you're if the person who you are negotiating with came from another country using airplane, so it is just one of the ideas for us to use. Or would you like anything to drink? Feel yourself welcome, or just to make yourself comfortable, and I hope that everything is quite nice, and everything is quite good for you, and so on. So the next thing, when we are approaching the discussion, or when we are already coming to the actual negotiation process much closer, then I think it would be quite a nice idea, but it isn't a must, but it will be some kind of an option for us to suggest the overall procedure, some kind of an agenda. Some phrases for us to draw attention to. To start with, I think we should establish the overall procedure. To start with, I would like to suggest establishing the overall procedure. Something like the overall process. And I would like now to begin by suggesting the following procedure if we have prepared something already. For instance, we may suggest going through the things which we are expecting from our cooperation. Then we would like to hear your opinion on this. Then we could speak about the price, about the delivery. And if everything is quite straightforward and clear, we can sign an agreement at the end, and then afterwards we would have a dinner, and so on. And then, for instance, after this proposal being made, we can go to the questions like, does that seem acceptable to you? Is there anything you'd like to change? Are you happy with this? Is everything fine with this kind of procedure? Or possibly the other party would like to suggest their own process of negotiation, so which is also quite possible. Already? So these kind of phrases are not really unique, and certainly there are numerous other phrases which might be helpful, but it is just something for us to remember that there are some phrases which are already there, so we don't have to think of how to construct different phrases, different different structures, so that I would get my message clear, I would be able to convey this to my interlocutors and so on. Because if we have something already prepared, then we'll be thinking about the main message, about the communication process. and we wouldn't be drawing too much of our attention to these kind of, structuring, sentences, building, and so on. So I hope that these kind of examples and the other examples will be also of help to you.